YouTube, it's your girl Kimberly. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. In this video we are going to talk about how to buy bundles. So I know a lot of people, you're out there, you're trying to make sure you get something that is a good product, worth your money. What do you do? Where do you go? There's so much that goes into buying bundles, and since I have been doing this for a long time, I figured let me just come in and tell you guys what you should be looking for, how to try to get the best bundles, and the process of what you should do once you receive the hairs before you do anything to it. All right, so if you want to know more, keep watching, but first subscribe to the channel if you want to see any more great hair care, nail care, skin, beauty, makeup, travel, tech videos. Keep watching this video, but also subscribe, because if you subscribe, it supports the channel, you get more awesome content, and it's free. You know, subscribe, we're trying to grow over here. So thank you so much. Also, if you like the video, so I know to make more videos like this. So quick story time. So I'm wearing Upgrade Boutique hair. I think this hair, I got it in, I want to say like 2 years ago, I think. So I will double check and confirm based on my other videos, and I will leave the correct age of this hair in the description box. But when I first got the hair, I got 5 bundles of, I think 2 24s and then 3 26s, and it wasn't enough, so I went back and purchased 2 more bundles because I'm long-eyed. Only 1 more bundle could fit and be in the wig and not be too heavy, so I ended up having an extra bundle and a half, an extra bundle basically left, or maybe like 3/4 of a bundle. So that is what is in my hand. So it's the same hair as this hair, but this hair has been wanded and product and all of that stuff. This is just what the hair looks like in its natural state before anything is put on it. So that's why I'll be using this hair as the kind of example hair, but it is the same hair that is in this wig that I'm wearing. So it's just the hair in its natural state. So first thing you want to do when you're buying bundles, you want to look up video reviews. You want to look for people who have less than 5,000, 6,000 subscribers. People who don't even have any subscribers, but they just uploaded this video because they feel away. You want to search hashtags and look for customer videos on Instagram and TikTok. And you don't want to go to professional kind of hair review channels. Anybody who has more than like 20,000 subscribers, and then they have all this glowing amazing review of multiple hair brands and everybody's great and no one did anything wrong, that's usually a red flag that it is not an honest review and that they're not going to be able to give you the truth. Also, a lot of time with the hair influencers, the companies send them the best kind of hair, so they like go through the batch and pick the best pieces and send it to them, and that's not what your experience is going to be. So go research on the internet street. So that's the first thing you're going to do. Second thing you're going to do is look at the company's Instagram account, because this technically has nothing to do with the buying of the hair, but my thing is usually companies do a sale the same time of year. So if you're thinking about purchasing in March, go look at March's Instagram from last year and see if they have like a birthday sale or like a Women's History Month sale, I don't know, something, and then you can buy at that time this year as it's coming up, because normally companies have cyclical kind of promotions. So I think that that's going to be something that you want to do, just because it's not really a part of the hair bundle buying process necessarily, but me personally, that's what I'm going to do, so that way I could be like, listen, they usually do 25% off for Black Friday. Sometimes it's an emergency, you gotta get your hair and keep it pushing, but if you do have the ability to wait or to do braids or some other style in the meantime, in between time, I would just wait till that sale's coming, right? So boom, so you looked at the videos and the reviews, you see the different hair, you're seeing how people are styling the hair. If people are like, I can flat iron it, I can wand it, I can curl it, I can bleach it, then that is going to be a good sign that you should go ahead and purchase that hair. So let's say you did your research, you looked at the Instagram, you found out when the sale was going to be, and you bought it during the sale because you are a savvy shopper. Now you have the hair and it just came to your house. So normally what happens is the hair is going to come packaged with like a little scrunchie or like a tag around it or a rubber band, and then it's going to be in the bundle, and it's going to look, it'll be more tightly wound than this. This is not what it's going to look like for real, but it should be a bundle. You have the tight part and then you have the ends. So the first thing you want to do is smell the hair. What does it smell like? It should smell like hair that's been shampooed and plastic packaging, or the satin bag, whatever it came in. So smell that bag and then smell the hair. So if the hair doesn't smell like those three things, the packaging, hair, and shampoo and conditioner, red flag. If it smells like corn chips, if it smells like mildew, if the hair is wet, red flag. You want to send it back. A lot of the hair companies, you definitely also, before you purchase, want to look at the return policy. But most companies, what happens is they have a policy that once you cut the bundles, use the bundles, take it out of the bundle format, that you are no longer entitled to an exchange or a refund. So it's important that you're doing all of this stuff while it's still in that tightly wound bundle, and that you have that you're inspecting it. So like I said, you're looking at it, you're smelling it. Okay, it smells like shampoo, conditioner, and packaging, and like regular hair. That's cool. Next thing you want to do is you want to feel the hair. If the hair doesn't feel like hair, I know that's hard to describe, but if it doesn't feel soft, if it doesn't have movement, if it's crunchy, if it's stiff, if you sway the bundle and the separate pieces of hair can't separate from each other, and they're just like if the hair's just like this, that is a problem. That means there's something wrong with that hair. It's on it, it's crunchy. That's not how it should feel. And even if it's a processed hair, because there is virgin steam processed hair, virgin steam cleaned or whatever, it still should be, once you put your fingers through it, it should get out of that steam bundled perfect little wave that they like steam press the hair into for that body wave look. You should be able to take your fingers and go like this. And also, nothing should come off on your hand. So that's another part of the inspection. As you're putting your fingers through the bundles, no hair should be coming off. When you take a look at the ends, a lot of times the ends may be dry, but you don't want to see any broken pieces. You don't want to see too many split ends, and you don't want it to be completely see-through. So like this, you see how it's like only this part is see-through, but this part of the ends you can still see the color. So that is kind of what I'm looking for. Most people, the bottom inch or two of their hair, even on your real hair, is going to be needing to be trimmed and maybe not the best cared for. So I mean, you do want to kind of consider that some of that hair might be bad at the ends, but if it's too much and it's egregious, send it back. So after you comb through the hair, you are inspecting it, making sure, if you want to look to the ends, you don't want it to be see-through at the ends, so you're stretching it through the full bundle. You see how it's like continuous color. There's no, even when it's separated, there's no area where it's like completely transparent or see-through looking for the bundle. You want to look for that. Next thing you know, you want to inspect the weft. So I'm able to separate it more easily because this is my hair. But when you have the first bundle and it's that tightly wound bundle, you want to look on the outside weft and then try to peel to 1 or 2 inside wefts, because you want to make sure that they're clean and neat. So Upgrade Boutique hair is really, really good. So the wefts are perfect. You don't really see any issues with the beards. The beards are the little short hairs that hang over when they sew the track, but this one, they're all neat and orderly, and the tracks don't have any lumps or bumps, and everything is perfect. And that is what you want to look for in the track. Looking at the thread that makes the track, it should be the same color. So if the thread starts black, it should stay black. If it's brown, it should stay brown. If it's a light blonde yellow color, it should stay that color. If you see multiple thread colors in there, that's usually a sign of not the best production, so you also want to look for that. And then you want to see how bendable and movable the weft is. If it's crispy crunchy, that might mean that the wefts were like wet when it was packaged. It shouldn't feel hard. It should feel hard, but it shouldn't feel stiff. Like, you should be able to fold it up and like do that in your fingers with the weft. So when you pull it away from that tightly wound one, you want to try to squeeze it a little so that way you can see if it's like crunchy or there's like extra unnecessary like chemicals and stuff in it, because it shouldn't be like that. Then once you inspect the wefts and you make sure the wefts are good, there's no hair falling out, no funny smell, you then want to wash the hair while it's still, well, you could wash the hair while it's still in the bundles, but I feel like if it passed all those checks with the smell and the falling out and the wefts or everything is good, you should be good. But maybe do the first wash still in bundle form, and I would say do the wash in a bathroom sink where you could easily stop up the water. Kitchen sinks, you could stop it up too, but the reason why I say a bathroom sink is because most bathroom sinks are either white or light colored. So if there's dye in the hair, it'll be easier to see it in your bathroom sink or your tub than it would be to see in your kitchen sink, because a lot of kitchen sinks, some of them are silver or like a darker color. So especially if it's like a little gray cast is in the water, you might not catch it as quickly, but if it's in your white bathroom sink, you'll be able to see the dye coming off the hair. So and then at that point, first of all, your phone needs to be fully charged before you start any kind of weave unpackaging, because you're going to need to take pictures and videos as evidence just in case they give you a problem or an issue about having a return or an exchange, because they're just like, oh no, the hair didn't do that, the hair didn't do that. And listen, I have been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, have the scrapbook, souvenir, the keychain, everything, because I've done this with hair companies. So that's why I'm like telling you all the step by step, because they done played me, they done got my money, and I'm hoping that this video saves somebody else. So like I said, in the bathroom sink, you're going to stop up some water. You're going to only use conditioner, and you're not going to use a colored conditioner. So if it's a purple conditioner for blonde hair or anything, don't do that. Plain white conditioner. Like, I'm trying to think of a brand. So like something like what's the purple one? The Aussie, how it's white and creamy. You want to use that kind of conditioner, because if you use a purple conditioner or a green conditioner, like I said, you won't be able to see the clear water. So that is going to make it harder for you to evaluate whether or not color and chemicals are coming off the hair. So you want to use a creamy white conditioner. You don't even want to use that much, just like a little bit, get a little slip, comb it through, put it in the water, and then you want to then submerge the bundle to rinse it out. Maybe put a little more running water on to get all the product out. Stop that water. Look at the color of the water. Is the water colored? Now if you buy bleach blonde bundles, then expect color to come out. But if it's supposed to be the natural color bundle and color is coming out, then and you haven't been alerted, or it hasn't been explicitly expressed that the hair is colored, that's a problem. So at that point, get your camera out, video, colors coming off this hair, this ain't right, what's going on, I want my money back. Dry bundles immediately. And if one bundle is doing that colory situation, my personal opinion is send everything back. Don't be like, oh well, only one bundle had color coming off of it and the other bundles didn't, so I'm gonna keep the other ones. No, if they're playing that game with one bundle, they're playing that game with all the bundles. Send them back. Some companies also, if they say no returns, I wouldn't even buy from them, honestly. But so you back on track, because now I'm like having PTSD from situations, and I'm like, we're back here, we're back. Check in the sink, see if there's any color in the water. If there's no color in the water, and also see if the hair texture changed. There's some bundles that when you put water on it, all of a sudden now it gets crunchy, or now it goes to a different texture. Or if it was wavy hair, now all of a sudden it's really coily, and it was straight when it was dry, but now it's super coily when it's wet. So you want to see any kind of chemical reactions that happen when you're washing the hair. So if it changes color, changes shape, anything that's transformative like that, you want to start with showing like, okay, this is what the dry bundle looks like, and this is the wet bundle, and it is now coily and a tight curl pattern, and it looks like deep curl, but I really purchased body wave or whatever, and start documenting it from that point. But let's say everything's going well because you got some good hair. At that point, what you're gonna do is, once that one bundle you're washing it, there's no color, everything's fine, the wefts, also submerge the bundly part, and then if you see any like glue or anything coming off of that, also if the wefts start, like threads start lifting or coming out when that part gets wet, then that's another sign. But let's say you washed it, everything's fine, it just looks like this but wet, and it's perfect. Now you want to go ahead and cut the rubber band scrunchie off, and then you want to wash it again, and then separate it at that little point where it's like so tight, and start to finger comb it through and gently cleanse the wefts along with the hair. Me personally, I put my hair to dry on towels. I lay a towel on the bottom of my tub, and then I spread the bundles out so that way they can dry more quickly. Another hack is you can use pants hangers, and if you put the pants hangers, you put the wefts on there like this, just clip it into the pants hanger, and then you can put a towel on the edge of your tub and hang it on the shower curtain rod, and put a towel on the floor a little bit because the water will drip, and you don't want to have to, I mean, you're gonna have to mop the bathroom up anyway if you do that, so which is why I do the lay down in the tub version. But then you want to dry your bundles. When your bundles are dry, you want to pick them up, and at that point the hair should look a little different. It should be like a little more lightweight, a little less packagey smelling. At that point it should smell like the conditioner you put it in one, and the hair should be like this. It should be free flowing. You should be able to run your fingers through it. It should be no problems, and go on to do your install or make your wig or do whatever you would normally do. So those are the steps that I think that you should do before when you are looking into the company, purchasing the bundles, testing the hair, and also documenting the process if things are starting to go wrong. And even if things are going right, still document it. Who knows, you might want to be a YouTuber and share the information one day. But definitely make sure you are doing it at a time when you have time. So if you are about to leave for a function and your weave package just came to the house real quick, don't do it then. You know, take your time, go through. You're probably going to need at least an hour to properly unbox, review, and look at the hair you received and make sure there's no problems with it. So do that, and this is an investment. You're going to end up wearing it for years, so you really want to take the painstaking time at the beginning to make sure it's good hair, so that way you won't have any problems. All right, so thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.